I'm Harshini Blusu. I'm from NSSA Charlotte, and I'm the chapter president. I'm here with
Carrie Marshall.
and we're here at this beautiful garden today.
Nice.
And we just got done with a little bit of gardening, and right now we're going to go ahead and get a quick interview with Miss Carrie, and she's going to tell you all about the wonderful world of gardening. Plants.
So I serve as a master gardener with Mecklenburg County, and how I got involved with Winterfield was through the Winterfield Educational Garden, which is to this side of our garden. Students from 3rd grade on up through the 5th grade. Wait, I need to change that. From our pre-K students up to our 5th grade are involved in some form in our garden. So it's been very educational, very a way to teach students how to eat healthy fruits and vegetables, because that's important to make sure we live a little longer. And then it's good for our environment. If we learn early how to take care of our environment, this will be a life-changing experience that you start as a pre-K student, going on up to an older senior to enjoy gardening and taking care of our earth.
I totally agree. I think starting from a young age can really change and imprint that notion of environmental advocacy into the minds of the young, and that can definitely help make a change in the future. So this can range from small things like just gardening, weeding, to bigger things like giving speeches about environmental advocacy. However, it all starts with something small, so make sure to take a step today. Do you have any, based on your experience, do you have any suggestions for how people can get started with gardening?
As you said, start young. Start with just sowing a seed or planting a seed, or teaching a younger person how to just put a seed in a cup and then nurture that seed, water it, put it in your windowsill. You don't have to have a big garden like this. And then once the student or that young youth see that seed sprout and grow, that creates excitement. So once that seed sprout and grow, and if it turns into a potato, a peanut, or even a cabbage, or kale, or carrots, a beet, students love to see the fruits of their labor and then eating and enjoying what they grow, especially the strawberries. We all love planting and eating our strawberries right out of the garden.
I think that's wonderful. Just being there with the garden, knowing what you're eating, and making that food, actually personally making it has a deeper connection with gardening as a whole. But what really got you into gardening? What had you first started?
Well, I grew up on a farm in Mississippi, so I ran away from this after I got older and went off to college. However, after I retired in 2019, in December 2019, I retired from banking and finance in 2019 in the state of Georgia. There was nothing else to do. January 2020, there was this talk of something was coming. So by March 2020, the only classes that I could enroll in was gardening classes and visit Lowe's, because for my age group, everything had to shut down. You couldn't go anywhere. In the area of the county that I lived in, they wanted to use master gardeners once they found out the schools would have to have in person, and some of the schools had schools at churches, some of the schools had students on campus, but we had to kind of separate where we went to school so we all could still go. They used the gardeners to help the teachers, and we would take our students into the garden and teach outside gardening classes, which was kind of incorporated the math and the sciences and the literature. And why the teachers in person were having the students in class, we helped the students outside of the garden. So that's what got me into it. I was kind of thrust into it. And I love it.
That's great that you made such wonderful use of that time, during quarantine and everything. I know everything was super shut down, and it was just a new way of living. And it's really great that you went back and connected with your old past of farming and gardening. I think that's amazing. But do you want to go ahead and talk about one of the plants here? Or?
Sure. The favorite part of our gardening for our students is our strawberry plants, and they're starting their process of getting rebirth or rejuvenized. We're going to replant them and get them ready so the students will have access to see them grow when they get back in August. And then in the month of May, we're kind of enjoying the fruits of our labor. And then There will be a festival here. The Latin American Coalition will have a festival which will include all the wonderful, wonderful plants that you see. And then there's a marigold that's going to be planted. So there will be a festival with all of that. And when the students get back, we will harvest the sweet potatoes. And that harvest will take place in 1 or 2 beds in the community side. But when the students harvest their sweet potatoes, we always harvest the smallest to the biggest, the one that looks the funniest, the ones with noses, the ones with big eyes. So it's always a good fun thing. And last year we harvested over 75 pounds in sweet potatoes. In August, we will harvest the peanuts, and that's always done by the adults. We don't let the students harvest the peanuts, but they do plant the peanuts. They planted their peanuts in May, and it started from this little cup and just peanut seeds, just like the ones we eat in a cup, and they planted the peanuts. We will harvest the peanuts in August. When we return to school, there's a festival on site on campus, and that festival we will all the harvest from our garden, the potatoes, the peanuts, are part of the festival where the families can come and enjoy. So it's always a big thing.
That's really cool. I really want to attend that festival and learn more about that. When exactly is that?
I know it's the week they incorporate it with Halloween because we have trunks of treats.
Oh, okay.
The local police officers, the firemen, and many local community members, all the community garden members are involved. So they load up the cars with different treats, and the students dress in their costumes, and it's part of their fall trunk or treat.
Oh, that's so
festival.
cute.
Yes.
So here at this wonderful garden, do you have a really plant that's important to you, or a plant that you really like, or what's your favorite fruit?
Strawberries.
Strawberries, me too. I love strawberries.
So students really enjoy them, and it's amazing to see how they react to seeing a plant grow and then the fruit from the strawberry.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is my favorite.
Thank you so much, though. We learned so much being here, and actually, doing the weeding and helping out of the garden, helped us learn so much more about the wonderful world of gardening and weeding. But thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. We're gonna go ahead and put this on Instagram and other social media platforms.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be famous. Yeah.
Not to be famous, but just to serve our children, serve our community. So very proud of what you're doing as students, making sure changes are made and our environment is protected. So thank you.
It's all because of adults like you that we're in here.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry on social media.
All right.